Okay,
Yeah.
yesterday we talked about vertex form of the parabola.
I'm just
Yeah.
mean today.
Right?
Yes.
The
So we-
vertex is in the thingy.
The vertex is in the equation.
Yes.
Exactly.
So the h in this equation is our x coordinate and the k is our
Is our
y
y.
coordinate.
Okay.
Okay.
H is a liar.
H is a liar, so if we see negative
It's a
3, it's
positive.
positive 3 is our vertex, okay? All right. So we figured out how to graph from here, and we'll practice that a little bit later. But let's see if we can write the equation of a parabola. If I can get this to go. There we go. If I get in the right spot, it works. Okay, so we're going to write the equation of a parabola from information that we
Wait,
have.
what's a parabola again?
It's that
Oh.
shape.
Okay.
Remember, it's a quadratic. So anything that's in like the form with like ax squared plus bx plus c, anything that's in that form gives us that shape of the little U shape. Okay, so we're gonna write the equation of a parabola with a vertex at negative 2, 3 and a y-intercept of negative 1. So the vertex part is easy, okay? So you're gonna write down our original vertex form, f of x equals a x minus h squared plus k. This is vertex form that we already know, right?
Okay. Well, we don't know.
But we kind of looked at it yesterday, right? Yeah, so we're like halfway there. Okay.
Wait, I have this post to show you, and it's about math.
Okay.
You're gonna laugh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because yesterday she was like, it's funny because I get it.
Yay! Okay, so vertex.
Wait, it's about this.
It's about this? Okay,
It's
let
about
me
this.
see. Oh, I saw this.
Isn't it funny? I was like, hey, I know what it means.
It's so funny. Okay.
It's the form for vertex.
Yes, this is called the vertex form of a quadratic function.
Can I see?
Okay, where does the vertex go? Where if we know the vertex is negative 2, 3, where would we put those numbers in?
Negative 2 would be on the h, right? And then
Yes.
3 would be k.
Yes. Okay, so we.
H though.
Yeah.
You are correct. So we are going to put it in with the h.
Not always.
So here's h. This is a negative 2.
So it's gonna be positive.
So we're going to put plus 2.
And would it be minus 3?
Is
Or
no,
would it just be k?
because y isn't a liar.
Okay.
So we do plus 3. Okay.
Oh, I see.
See? Because then if you look at that, we know that means the vertex is at negative 2, positive 3. Okay? So now this is the issue. We don't know A, do we?
No. A is the stretcher compressed.
It is the stretcher compression. The thing is, we only have we just have an intercept right here. We don't really know what the stretcher compression is going to be. So this is how we're going to do it. This intercept is a point on the parabola, right?
Mhm.
So, and we know that this point right here, negative 1, 0, that our parabola goes through that point. Okay? So we know that on our parabola, when x equals 0, y is going to equal negative 1.
Mhm.
Okay? So we can just put in x equals 0 and y equals negative 1 as a point and solve for A.
What?
Again.
Oh,
I know. Everyone's like, I have no idea what you just said. Okay. When x equals 0
Yeah.
on the parabola, we know that y equals 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Y
see.
equals negative 1.
Yeah.
If I plug a 0 into my function, I know for a fact it will come out with negative 1 because that's a point on my graph. Okay? So my function says if I plug in 0 to this, to whatever function, which we don't know what it is, it's going to come out with negative 1. Okay? So what I can do is I can put 0 in for x,
Okay.
negative 1 in for y, because I know that those two have to be this. That's how it has to go. Because if I plug in 0, it has to come out negative 1, and then I can just find what x or a is. What?
So it only stays negative 1 then?
We'll get there.
And then all of
But it doesn't always work that way with the y-intercept. It's like not.
No, but
Yeah,
it's
but-
like, because if you do 0 plus 2, that's
Mhm.
2, and 2, like,
Squared.
is 4, and then you have to get negative 4, because it's plus 3, it's negative 1, so then it's negative 1.
here.
Let's do this.
Do think very quickly.
Let's do it on paper instead of just in our heads. Ready? Okay. So we're gonna put 0 in for x, and negative 1 in for y. because we know that this function, if I put in 0, out comes at -1, okay? Squared plus 3. So all I did is I took the point that I know exists on the parabola and I plugged it in, okay? Now I just solve for A. I just need to find out what A is,
Don't
okay?
you do the distribute?
So squareds don't distribute,
Oh, okay.
and we have to do, remember PEMDAS, or however you remember.
Your Aunt Sally.
Yes. You always do everything inside parentheses first. So we're going to combine the 0 and the 2, so that's just 2. Then we do exponents next. So we do this exponent before we do this multiplication, we do the exponent.
4 squared.
So it would be 4 times A.
Oh, not 4 squared, just 4.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then you subtract 3, right?
I subtract 3 from both sides and I get -4 equals 4A. So
-1.
A equals -1.
So I am right.
So then I go back here
Thanks for noticing.
I made these.
Did you?
and I put -1 in for A, and that's the equation of this parabola.
I know. Okay.
Why?
We have to
Why? Oh, because we just solved it?
Yeah. And if we figured this out, we could put this on the graph. So it has the vertex at -2, 1, 2, 3. It has the vertex right here.
So do we have to like solve it? Or do we just get that?
Do you have to solve for A?
Yeah. Like always?
You have to have A in there because that tells you what the stretch or compression of your one. And so then this one, we know it's a -1 in front, which makes sense, right? Our vertex is way up here. We know it's going to go this way.
Wait, do we have to graph it too?
We don't have to graph it.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, you could just
I don't
picture
have
it.
room to graph.
You could just picture it and think, okay, that makes sense, right? Because if my vertex is up here and my intercept is down here, that's good that I got a negative number because it should be going down. Okay, let's try another one.
Ooh.
So if the vertex is at 1, -4, and it passes through this point,
It's going to be y, well, f of x equals a, right?
Mhm.
And then x minus 1,
yeah?
and then it's going to be minus 4.
Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. Excellent.
Wait.
Yeah. Did I make you rethink?
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I get it.
This is good because we have the opposite of what we want here, and we have the right thing there. Okay. So now
We gotta solve.
Now we have to find A,
Mhm.
and to do that, we take this point, put the x in the x, the y in the y. Because what I'm saying is,
Oh.
in this parabola, when x equals -2, y equals -1.
Do it.
So,
Squared.
oh, I should,
Yeah,
Would
right.
that just be 9?
-1.
I know, right?
Duh.
Duh. Okay, I put -4 over here.
Wait, why do you put -4?
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong point, guys, sorry.
And I, oh, I
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding.
Amateur hour up here today. Okay, -1 goes here.
Oh, wait.
-2 goes here. Am I actually right this
Yes.
time?
Oh, what?
We have it.
We have it?
Negative?
Yes, we got it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
fine.
1/3.
That's right.
Oh, that's
Okay, yeah, so this is 3, or -3
It's 9.
It's 9 then.
squared, yep. So we have 9a minus 4, add 4 to both sides. I get 3 over here is 9a.
A's 1. No, A's 3. My bad.
No, it's
My
1.
bad.
It's 1/3.
Oh.
1/3. 9 goes.
See what happens when you try to rush it in your head?
Ah.
It's like you can maybe write it down.
I did it in that only works for Noah.
I know. These two are just in a competition to
ready.
see
That only
who is
works for
smarter.
Yeah, not me.
I like this. This is good.
We're all smart in a different way.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I would go back into my original equation and I would put 1/3 here for A, and that is the equation of this parabola. So it's a parabola that has a vertex at 1, -4, and it has 1/3, so it's got a vertical compression, so it's short and fat.
fat shame him.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to fat shame the parabola.
What did you say? Don't fat shame him.
That's what she said, huh?
I said it was a short and fat parabola. She told me not to fat shame the parabola.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
fat shame him.
Okay.
He's having a hard time losing weight.
Oh.
Kaya.
Rough time.
Kaya.
What?
Okay. Let's try again. F of x equals a times x
Plus 3. Wow.
plus 3 squared
Plus 7.
plus 7. We put our vertex in. Then we're going to put our point in. Equals a times.
Where's the squared?
I forgot it 3 times in 4th period. Yeah, so don't feel bad. 3
Whoa.
times I had to have a student like, you're supposed to have the squared. I'm like, oh yeah, thank you. Okay. -5 equals a times, this is 1 squared plus 7. So I have -5 equals a plus 7.
No.
That's what I just said.
-12.
Oh wait.
Oh, I got
this
it.
is negative.
Whoa, that is not what I got.
That's not what you
Oh,
got?
it's a -5. No, but don't you? Oh, you subtract the 7.
Mm-hmm.
So then you would change it from the first one, and it'd be
Very
Oh, I was just forgetting the 1. It's okay.
Officer.
What did you get for sociology?
Okay, so here's the equation of this parabola.
But like I missed some.
Is it
notes.
hard?
Sociology? No,
No,
it's
but
not.
I missed some
Oh,
notes
Fiona.
because I wasn't here on Friday.
Why?
So I didn't know
Is it really hard?
that there was like
Sad.
a whole thing that I like didn't do.
Are you
Okay.
both?
So I was like,
confused?